What's up, guys? It's Charles Hart, video editor here at MinnMax, a place about games, friends, and getting better. I'm doing another one of my videos where I make a little highlight reel of the past few months here at MinnMax, but this time it's not just a few months, it's a few decades. That's right, we had the sad news a few months ago that Game Informer was shut down. MinnMax has a lot of love for Game Informer, a lot of Game Informer alums, so we put together the celebration of Game Informer to tie everything together. So we're going to start off with some clips from some reunions we did, some revived videos, and just take a little walk down memory lane.
It's good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's bizarre.
Right?
I'm not crying, you're crying.
How many other places could get this many eras of people to all show up for, basically a funeral? Like, that just doesn't happen.
I do think that's part of the magic of Game Informer, though, is that, I don't know, all you guys got to be your own little freaks. You know what I mean? Do your own thing, what you like to do, what drove you to do stuff. Yeah. It's great. I mean, Game Informer was the greatest adventure of all time, at least for me.
This had to be all of our first big positions in the industry, right?
Yeah,
so I'm sure for all of us, when we saw this stuff, it's just like, holy shit, we made it. Like, look at this. This is a real place. This isn't like doing some
come here every
freelance
day.
thing, sending emails in or whatever. This is like a real deal, like place with history. And,
thousands of dollars of stuff with years of history. So let's do the vault.
Nice. Are you ready?
Yes.
Looks a little different than last time.
Okay.
Oh boy. Jeez.
So this is the storage of every game Game Informer was shipped for coverage since 1991.
Yes.
It looks smaller in this form when it's not all on display the way it used to be.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yep. Oh, those are good condition. Jeez, look at this. Usually these are like way more f***ed up and sun damaged and stuff like that. This is perfect. Wow. I found out
that's such a good just Nintendo trophy to have.
Game Informer Online specific PSP from when those were so split up.
It's so good.
Oh, sealed Mega Man 5 for Game Boy.
All right. Well, obviously we could dig through here for days.
Yeah.
We hope it all ends up in a good spot.
Alex, you said you would have done a better job on the last episode of the Game Informer show if you would have known that it was the last episode of the Game Informer show. Would you like to have a stab at the last episode of the Game Informer show on the MinnMax show here?
I would love to.
Okay, here we go. Officially, this is the final episode of the Game Informer show. Here we go.
We gotta wait a little more.
Don't rush it.
One more bar. One more minute. And now it's gonna start to fade after this one. Here we go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Game Informer show. I'm sad. Glad you're here.
Yeah. That was my favorite episode.
How are y'all feeling about the squirrel with a gun new gameplay today being the last video?
I looked up that video and now it has like a ton of comments and most of them are post layoff where people are like, I can't believe this is the last Game Informer video. It's me and Charles just being baffled by a squirrel with a gun. I mean, Matt Miller, we talked about, and, I feel like he doesn't get his flowers or as much because he's not as present on social media because he's a smart person. I really can't stress enough how much he was like on our asses about do not kill yourself. Like, I'm someone that
he was like the Jay Jonah of like work-life balance.
I'm not even kidding. Like, I cannot tell you.
Send me pictures of you taking a vacation.
Welcome back to 2003 from Game Informer.
Oh no. I guess what? Oh my gosh.
Lisa, Jeremy.
I was so happy to be there.
It was miserable.
We have it super pixelated, and of course they have to squeeze it down because it looks cooler in 2003, but this is the best video tour we have of Game Informer in 2003.
Yep.
God, Kato's
still
death did not move.
CRT monitors still.
Yeah.
There. Oh man, those Macs were the shit back then too.
Oh my gosh, they were awesome.
That was a big deal, those Macs.
So that second screen Justin has there, usually we'd use that for screenshots. So we'd have the game projected on that screen as well as our main. And then some of us had pedals that you could step on to take screenshots.
Pedals?
Nice.
Yeah, like a foot pedal. Curtis, like hardwired one, or you could hit a button on your keyboard or a separate device to take screenshots. So you'd take hundreds of screenshots We were taking all of our own screens, and then we'd go through them and then pick them out for the magazine.
Cheers, everybody, to 33 years of Game Informer.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Cheers.
Pour one out at home. Thank y'all for being here. This means
Mine's
a lot.
poisoned. I'm going out.
One of the things we were best known for over at Game Informer were our rapid fire interviews. So here at MinnMax, we're not only reviving the format with a new rapid fire interview with the director of Astrobot, we've also unearthed an old recording from 2018. That's a rapid fire interview between Ben Reeves and Sam Didier of Blizzard Entertainment. We've also got some other interviews in here with Jordan Mechner, Jason Schreier, Max Spielberg, and more.
Why don't you guys just lower your standards a little bit so you can get out more games?
Well, I have lowered my standards. We're doing this, right?
Do you remember when Valve saw Dota and was like, yoink?
Mm-hmm. Smart move.
Have you guys ever tried to make a Blizzard fighting game?
Oh, yeah. We did some back in the day, but they were not really appropriate.
We actually have a special video question from a real special fan. Hey, Blizzard. This is Ben Reeves from Game Informer. I've been wanting to ask you guys this for a long time. What's your favorite mouse?
Favorite mouse?
Yeah.
One on my desk.
Well, thanks for indulging him. He's dying.
So I had this idea to make Astro more likable by adding just one simple organ to him.
Go on.
You want to see it?
Okay, go on. One organ. What are these? Beans?
Human skin?
Oh, gross.
I used to watch so many PlayStation Ustreams on PS4 with Astro just like sitting in the corner while people just sat around and smoked weed all day. Is that the moment that Astro committed himself to never interacting with humans again?
Oh my god, yeah. I've seen so many things. I don't want to talk about it. You know, if you move in the feed, he would kind of look and wave. He's been waving us like terrible things.
The Sly Cooper game. The concept art that's out there is like Wild West Sly Cooper.
You've
was
seen
like,
it. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
It was Shadow in Time. Is that what a code? Yeah, Shadows in Time. It was like, hey, he's always talking about his ancestors. Wouldn't it be cool if you traveled through time and like actually met them and like played alongside them? And there was these themed like time period levels. There's like a Wild West one, like a fantasy one, medieval, like prehistoric. I mean, we didn't really have a lot of time to fully develop the idea, but that was the general.
Your Murphy riding the little mule was the coolest piece of concept art.
What about the tank? That was kind of cool, the tank wheelchair.
The thing that sort of triggered, John and me to sort of want to do this call, I mean, for me, it was when Game Informer disappeared, the website disappeared overnight.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Internet Archive and the Wayback Machine, and also the work that you're doing, now with MinnMax. It's like that stuff is not gone forever. People who remember it, care about it, and are going to see that it's archived in some way or another. But I think we're in an era now where the default is that stuff disappears.
The Internet Archive doesn't just happen. It's not like the websites go up and then there's just a magical force that puts it on the Wayback Machine. I mean, there is an actual archive team. I think that we take that for granted sometimes.
It does start the way that it feels like almost any video game company story that goes back far enough starts, which is bunch of dudes, they just love games, they're sleeping there, oh, they have a big hit, they buy Corvettes, oh no, HR, like that can describe so many different video game studios.
To me, this story is the story of a company that like got way too big with WoW. Like that to me is the fall.
My dad brought home a Nintendo like when I was like, I don't know, 2 or something. So I was addicted at a very young age playing games at home. And then he started a game studio called DreamWorks Interactive.
Yeah.
I would go over and just like kind of tour around, do some QA, some testing, talk to their designers, kind of get a sense of like how games are made. Realized if I could do anything, this is the place I want to be. I want to be doing it with guys like this, and seeing the tech grow and like the storytelling grow and all that stuff from generation to generation. I was like, I want to be there, like on this trajectory of this new medium.
Game Informer was also known for Replay, our streaming series where we would replay classic games. Unfortunately, the website/magazine shut down before Kyle Hilliard and Marcus Stewart could finish their current playthrough of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, but luckily, they gave them a space to do here at MinnMax. Here's a clip of that, as well as some clips from some other streams in recent months.
The thing that I was
quote unquote, proud about in that episode is you would bleep profanity. And so I made the first thing I said be a profanity, so that the very first thing I ever said on a Game Informer video would be a bleep profanity, which I was very proud of that
That's
joke.
a good joke.
I just always thought that was very funny.
It's really, you really.
Welcome to Replay, Kyle. This is your first episode. There you go. We're starting with a little-known game called Halo. How can you let that go?
I think that joke holds up.
I think that's a great joke. I think it's a great joke.
Very
I
avant-garde.
was so nervous too. Oh my god, I was so nervous.
Oh my god, absolutely.
So Marcus, Stuart, and I are here to finish the game, which is exciting. I'm glad we have an opportunity to finish it. I'm glad we have the platform of MinnMax to do it.
Oh, is he stunned? What happened? I think he. Yes! Oh! Yes! That better be it. That better be it.
All right, Marcus, you ready for my final word?
I'm ready. Hit it.
Same as my first on replay.
All right, Gamescom, we have a special guest joining us next. I grew up playing his games, and many of you did too. Titles like Populous,
Jigsaw,
Dungeon Keeper, Magic Carpet, Theme Park, Black and White, and Fable. And tonight...
I get so distracted that, like, because when I wear skirts, all I think about is, I hope no one can see me from the bottom up. And then, like, that's all this game is. It's like, maybe I'm going to see her from the bottom up. And I just, like, get anxious for her the whole time. Like, I would think of that the whole game. Like, oh my, see what I mean? Hello?
I don't think she's concerned about that, Haley.
Luckily, her foot was there. Jesus.
She's like, why'd you have to take that angle? Come on, Box Art.
Later this year.
Okay, there you go,
The music
perverts.
there, I'm in.
Yeah.
Gets me
This
every
one's
time.
for the perverts.
Now let's do it to head for PlayStation Plus.
If one hot
First,
lady
your monthly
wasn't
games
good
for
enough
October are
for you.
WWE 2K24,
We've heard your feedback.
Dead Space,
You're
and
horny.
WWE Plus. These will be available.
Haley, I cannot overstate how good this video here looked back in 2001.
Look at the eyelashes.
Why is he chilling out in, like, a pool?
Oh,
Oh,
you
were
are
about
gonna
to
learn,
find out.
Haley. Crank this, Haley!
Dad, I hate you.
Yeah.
That
delivery
when I
was
was
not
going through
great.
puberty.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I have no idea where we are.
I don't know
Look at this
either.
bustling overworld.
All right, the map.
I'm so boned.
All of
I still don't know if we're fighting or we work together. You giggled, but didn't answer my question.
It's a free for all work together. Yes.
Wait, what's happening? Why is it?
Get inside, Haley, for the love of God!
How do I get inside? Don't go there, no! He's got a laser beam crocodile. What the hell?
Don't mind me, just peaceful explorers here, Grant, who just want a little taste of some fun. See you in hell, Grant! Camel, get out of there! Get out of there, Camel!
Oh my god, I am seeing this happen now.
Speaking of our Twitch channel, that's also where you can tune in to watch our weekly recordings of Bonus Pod, a bonus podcast in addition to the MinnMax Show, hosted by Haley McLean, where we talk about some things that we just couldn't fit into the main show. We've also got recordings of The Deepest Dive on our Twitch channel, which aims to be the best and most thorough discussion of a game of our choosing. Right now, we're playing through The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, so if you want to join in on the conversation, just subscribe to our Patreon at any tier and submit comments that we'll read during our discussion. For now, we'll continue with the highlight reel and show you some video clips from Bonus Pod and The Deepest Dive.
So it's like every friend group's got the one masher who's better than all the other ones. Everybody else at mashing, and every time you do a mashing one, it's like, okay, I'll try, but it's gonna be the f***ing masher who wins it.
What's your stereotype? I'm the masher. What's your mini game stereotype?
I'm the savant.
What does
I
that
want all
mean?
the intellectual games that require nuanced skill.
Give me an example of a party mini game that requires intellectual skill. I can't think of a single one.
The Goomba catching one where you drop the cage on the most Goombas.
Oh, I hate that one.
I mean, I did lose that one, but still.
This is why Mario Party is a good game, because these traumas stay in your heart and you remember them. Like, I remember all these anecdotes on the tip of my tongue because I lived them. These were moments.
This feels like what other people, when they talk about sports, how they must feel.
I feel like Leo and I,
like relate to this a lot, but games that make me feel like I have jobs, I just love.
Yeah.
Like, make me do a little task in person, I hate it. Like, make me clean my house in person, disgusting. Tell me I have to wipe down and sweep in a video game, sold. Totally sold.
You are making content that people really, really value, even if it is not hitting the Mr. Beasts of the world, so to speak.
The clout thing is interesting. I'm seeing it more and more as well as somebody who every day searches to see where MinnMax is being mentioned on Reddit. Like, I think it's really fascinating to see where we pop up. And yeah, more and more people are talking about us like, and this is something I've mentioned a couple times, but as if we were a thing. It's a really weird idea to have people like, you know, the director of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or whatever talk about like, oh, MinnMax, like MinnMax interview. And it's like, this is just a name I made up in my basement. Like, you know, but the idea of like, oh no, this is a thing now that I can't fully comprehend, that has a different attitude.
Isn't that interesting that like, as we hit the 5-year point, it's almost like, I don't know, having this conversation, it's thinking about transitioning from like a gaming outlet that's been around a few years, of which there are a billion, to like, you know, an institution. Like eventually, you know, if we've been around for 20 years, how do you deny us, I guess?
FromSoft takes these DLCs as kind of their, like, we've been working on this game for, 5 years. We know how it works. We are going to now just like flex. And it really does feel like a lot of this stuff is flexing in a way that is not show offy, but just like it's just pure game design distilled down to, what they are so good at.
Some of it's show offy. I think they're stunting a little bit. I think they're stunting a little bit. I think they're stunting on us just a little bit.
I feel like when they put Dancing Lion there, they said, were you complaining about this? Because we could have done it like this. And I said, thank you for not doing that, because this guy's awful.
In that first level where you do basically the Jackie Chan stunt where you slide down the entire building, and it's like the game never feels cooler than that.
No,
and doing
never.
that, you're like, this is the greatest game ever made.
The way Stray has a dedicated meow button, this needs a dedicated yelling parkour while doing parkour.
Yeah.
When you would go into people's houses and you pick up their pot and then you destroy it, they get all freaked out. And if you throw it at them, they also get thrown out. So I think like the one time I actually spawned a pot was I went into someone's house and they didn't have a pot. So I was like, well, f it. And I just spawned a pot and then I threw it at them and continued my streak. I guess I am playing Zelda as a bad person.
Took it away.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I thought, for some reason, I thought you were going to be doing something nice here. And you're like, I saw they didn't have a pot, so I needed to make sure they had a pot.
I hit him with it, and then I just left.
One of our deepest dives from earlier this year was focused on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And while that particular branch of the series has ended, Ben did take his friends, Grant and Ronnie, to Chicago to see the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth concert tour. They saw a whole orchestra play the soundtrack, so we filmed that. We have a travelogue, so here's some clips from that, along with some clips from some other travel we did recently.
It was absolutely phenomenal.
Being able to see the person that's like hitting these iconic notes in our minds, and like singling them out in this big group.
No, it's choosing out about a YouTube comment that somebody was like, we're all here shaking ass to Shinra propaganda music for the stamp theme.
Shaking ass. Yeah, but it's just amazing. They have a full choir going bow wow wow, bow wow wow. It's like, because they probably have like, a ton of words in Latin, one-winged angel, all this nonsense, and then just they turn the page on the music sheet, bow wow wow, bow wow wow. Okay, there we go. Here's a full orchestra playing songs from the middle section from a game from 1997.
Yep.
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
The magnificent bird, the maverick itself.
I am deathly afraid of heights, and I trust everything going on. Yeah. How are you feeling?
Similarly.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna get going here with some pre-flight checks.
The moment going from over the trees to over the Grand Canyon just hit me like a truck. I did film it here, and it was pretty cool, but I threw up. I threw up on the helicopter.
Helicopter rides.
Helicopter rides.
Jesus, my God! Oh my God!
Ah! Takes a second. Oh no, you're really going in hard.
There's nobody here.
They've locked onto us. Take evasive action.
Are you kidding me? This is incredible.
So good. It's 2 droids anyway. Oh my god!
If you like what you've seen so far, you can head on over to patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's and support us there to unlock the full extended version of this highlight reel. While you're there, there's some other perks you can get. The $2 tier or higher, you can participate in Trivia Tower, which is our monthly video game trivia show where the contestant is you. At the $10 tier, you can also vote on what we do each week for New Show Plus, which is our weekly show that changes or stays the same depending on how the community votes. They give you a little taste of what to expect before you head over there. Here's some clips from both of those.
Guess that Pokemon, everybody. I hope you're ready. I have spikes for hands, and I've got little antennas. I've got wings, and I see it. I see it. Come here, you freak.
Perfect.
Bzz, bzz.
Perfect. I look very cute. Okay? Except you wouldn't want to pick me up. And I have 2 big claws that'll f you up. Like, for real.
Sandslash.
Sandslash. All right, we got a picture of Sandslash.
Oh, yeah.
I was surprised to see these. He looks like.
Look at these claws. These would just
it looks like X-23 or whatever, like the
yes.
the Wolverine. Yes, totally.
These would
with
just
the 2 claws.
slice your face.
Dunsparce. Okay, I had never seen this Pokemon in my life. I have no idea. How would you have described this one, Hugo?
Look at this freak. I'd be like, it looks like a stoned worm.
I feel like I kind of gave you things that I thought would be funny to act out.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's perfect.
Okay, I have one more for you, if you'd like it. If you'd like a challenge.
It can't be as hard as Kinetsugami Path of the Goddess, surely.
I think it is.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Smart. Oh, yeah. Smart. Smart. This is a smart person's take on this. Secret of Mana! Super
That's hard, because it's like, how do I act out RPG?
I barely understand what I even want to do. Because I also will just, I think we do need to just kind of go. I think we can agree where we start.
No.
But after that, I think we have to just kind of go.
No, we're not just going to go. We cannot wing this.
Because we're not going to, we can't get on the same page.
I think the third one is going to work itself
You
out.
can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Third one is not going to work itself out.
This is the one,
Right here.
yes. This is the one. This is the one. I messed up. 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 No, just...
It'll work itself out. It'll work itself out.
Angle it. To catch
skeletons.
them.
Hold 3.
No.
Jump. Oh my God! We were right there.
That yank
Oh,
back.
that dirty yank.
This is Knife Eat.
Dun, dun, dun. And are we live on the History Channel?
The intro's playing, dude. I gave you a primer about that.
Sorry. I thought that.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's begin. The final round of Knife Eat.
Shink.
Yes, going for a stab.
No! No! Nothing but a knife. Hello?
I feel like you could get your fingers in that gap at this point and just
That's right.
pull it apart like
Is that what I should do?
enemy skull in Game of Thrones. Wow, big chunks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we in syndication yet?
Have we? How many episodes we have? Almost 1? Yeah, we should be in syndication.
Yeah.
Tip it over. Tip it over, big boy.
Okay. Psych!
No!
What is this?
You thought this was a queen the whole time? No, Leo, don't.
I don't care who I take out.
No!
Something like this? Is this what you had in mind?
Honestly?
For your sick jollies?
Honest to God, you could totally pull that off if you had a shred of self-confidence.
Is this the room I was in?
What?
Yes. Okay. Not a creep, I swear.
You look fine.
I look really cool?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so Dark Souls 3 statue.
That's not from the Game Informer office, is it?
All we know is it suddenly appeared here after Game Informer's office was shut down. All right, well, obviously we could dig through here for days.
Yeah.
We hope it all ends up in a good spot. When did you get that Dark Souls 3 statue?
When Game Informer shut down last month.
So they let all the managers kind of walk through?
Yeah, we all walked through it.
So it was like just the actual game?
Full box seal, nothing, never been played. Just full seal.
And they let everybody just grab it and take it home?
Yeah.
What?
It's insane, bro.
Cool, thanks, man. Those fucking bastards. This guy's great, but it's our old statue. That is insane. Goodbye forever, Game Informer statue.
If that last clip wasn't evidence enough, games media is in a weird place right now, but the bright side is that independent outlets like MinnMax can exist and they can thrive. In fact, we recently commissioned a special intro for hitting a special milestone for our main show, The MinnMax Show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of the MinnMax Show podcast, a place about games, friends, and getting better. My name is Ben Hansen, and I have been here for 250 episodes of this very podcast because we had a special intro to celebrate the 250th episode of this whole show. So I am not alone. Oh, please, everyone sit down. Everyone sit down at home. Make yourself comfortable when you're listening to a podcast.
Thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for supporting us over the years. To see the full versions of all these videos, you can check out our YouTube channel right here, or head on over to patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day.
If you thought, hey, this video wasn't bad, well, there's a whole lot more like it on MinnMax's YouTube channel. Please help us out by subscribing to our channel and checking out the MinnMax Show podcast, also available on your favorite podcast app, the best, most thorough discussion about games on the internet with the deepest dive, our monthly community trivia show with prizes called Trivia Tower, and a whole lot more. Thanks so much for your support, everybody. All you gotta do is click that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it.